I believe I've had lunch. Unloaded at 8 a.m. today, Richmond, just like planned, and sat around for an hour waiting for dispatch. I'm glad it doesn't happen very often. Some people have to wait around a lot longer. Some people never have to wait, but I rarely have to wait for the next dispatch. Every now and then they're trying to figure stuff out. So I went to Rosetown, which is Rosedale, which it's like part of Chilliwack, and loaded some aluminum sheeting and some styrofoam, and it only took up the front 20 feet, exactly 20 feet. Took up 20 feet of my deck. So I got 40 feet of empty space. Part of it is tarped. Doesn't need to stay dry or clean. It just, there's so many small pieces. They've got it shrink wrapped. The wind would tear apart the shrink wrap, so the tarp is there just to keep the shrink wrap from tearing apart.
I know what they go to.
Yeah, they're going to home office again. It's a lining kit. Liner kit for, I believe it's a chip trailer. Exactly what and why they're used for, I don't know. Must be rebuilding a chip truck in Salmo. Where I picked up, they were rebuilding a whole bunch of Sutco trailers. Where are we? Highway 3, eastbound. Somewhere between Headley and Kermias. Rain is kind of on and off today. Looks kind of hazy there. I don't know if that's cloud or rain or smoke. I'm guessing it was rain. I don't know what gives that away, but I got a feeling it was a little bit of rain. And speed limit's 100 kilometers there. Not sure what's going on. If they're scared of driving in the rain, or I know we got a logging truck up ahead that would hold us back anyway, but some slow traffic. Ooh, a whole truck full of crunch cars. Likely once we get to the passing lane, These are going to be fast cars. There's an RV in Manning Park. I started passing them because they were going 10 under and got halfway past them and they go, oh, a big rig's passing me. Shoot, I should drive faster. And then they floored it. It's like, okay, I'll go behind you. Passing lane ended and they slowed right down. 20, 30 underneath the speed limit. There's a nice red Viper there. Speed's increasing already. We're not quite to the passing lane yet. At least they didn't speed up, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Beautiful Similkameen River. Looking a little on the dirty side today, so all that rain must be bringing fine sand and dirt into the river. You always know it's rainy season in BC once the cherries are ready to be picked. Rain destroys cherries. That's why they have to fly helicopters over top of the cherry orchards to blow all the rain off of the cherries, or else all the cherries split. Cherries can't handle all that moisture and the skin splits. So it can bring a really good cherry crop and destroy it very quick. Every single year that's a problem. Don't really get rain in Okanagan unless the cherries are ready. And my clearance lights seem to be staying on today. It's the rain. Oh, okay. I didn't know the rain had that power. Nice logs on there. Bark's peeling off of them though. CBSE doesn't like that. I've seen them at the scale talking to drivers and showing how the bark is all peeling off, how that's an insecure load. What are you supposed to do about it? It's just bark. It's not going to do any damage to anything. And it's going to come off. Walk around all day peeling the bark off and it'll still be bark hanging off. Toronto is smoked out from where? Where's a forest fire?
I guess there's some in West Ontario, I guess.
Northwestern Ontario, huh? Ooh, lightning. Now, if you guys saw that, I don't know if you can pause on the video, but that was lightning. Right to the bottom of the valley. It's pretty cool.
For once, my thunderstorm watch came true.
Thunderstorm watch for real? It's like one lightning strike does not make a thunderstorm, does it? Does one lightning strike make it a thunderstorm? I think in BC it probably does. For sure, Okanagan Valley. One lightning strike in Okanagan Valley, one lightning strike makes a thunderstorm for sure. In fact, it might be the storm of the century if they've seen one lightning strike. And if we actually get real hail, oh man, everybody loses it then. People do forget how to drive when it's not sunny. Absolutely. Some people crawl on the roads and other people forget they need to slow down a bit to prevent hydroplaning. Lots of accidents today in Vancouver area. Lots of accidents. We sat in some traffic jams, but luckily we were headed the right direction and got past most of them before they were happening, but hey, a Succo chip truck. The Red Bridge again. Famous Red Bridge. It's not a covered bridge, it's open on top. It's missing a few parts. One board's missing. Someone's got to repair it. Alright, white pickup, you're making some pretty aggressive quick moves there. It looks like we may be going into a bit of a rain there ahead of us because the mountain disappears into the rain. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy this. This will be a fun drive through Karamias. I feel it's raining really hard right over cherry orchards. No rain here, no orchards, but as soon as we get to orchard area, it's raining hard there. find a fruit stand this weekend and buy yourself some cherries and some apricots. By all means, do what you want. I'm not eating any of that. I told dispatch I'd be in Salmo at 5:30 today, and they're like, okay. They're like, okay, we can get the shop to look at your trailers and stuff. And then I realized as I was leaving Vancouver, or leaving Hope, my GPS was telling me to take the Coquihalla connector. I'm like, what? And then I realized I never punched in Salmo as my destination. We were going home, not to Salmo. It's like, I confused dispatch a bit. They thought Dave actually texted me and goes, I thought you had rocket boosters attached to you or something, because 5:30 seemed to be a bit of an optimistic number. It's like, yeah, 7:30, or I said 5 o'clock. 7:30 is a more realistic number. I think there's a lightning strike behind us because I felt like all the vehicles had a slight flash to them. Oh, walking in the rain. Produce. Almost like I worked there one summer. Almost. Tell you what, that's not a job made for me. It wasn't a summer, it was just like a partial season. I picked some cherries for them.
In 400 meters, turn left on 7th Street.
It's not like a big drops rain, it's just a lot of small drops. Raining pretty good. And we're driving now. Pretty darn slow. What are we doing, people? Hopefully it's just a city thing and you're not going to leave in front of me.
Turn left.
No blinker, so... Oh, maybe. No blinker. Okay. They don't know where they're going.
In 400 meters, keep right to Highway 3.
Road slippery. Look at all the foam and gravel rolling across the road. Road's slippery. When you see that white foam, you know it's slippery. I'm actually spinning my tires a bit. I just put the power divider lock on.
Keep right on Highway 3.
So this is the type of stuff that cars will hydroplane on very easily. I'm empty, so I could hydroplane, but I'm pretty darn heavy. It'd take a lot to hydroplane a big rig. It'd have to rain hard and a long time for me to hydroplane. Rain sure cools stuff down. It's like, brr. Driving on a river on the roadway. Definitely putting out some quite big splashes on the sides as I go through some of those puddles. Here's a heavy rain. That's heavy rain. Nice. Turn my mirror heat on. Turn my mirror heat on so I can see people behind me. It evaporates the water on the mirrors, or else I'm basically blind behind me. I can't see if anyone's in my blind spots, nothing. So if you're ever behind a big rig during a rainstorm and you decide to pass them, you are in a very, very dangerous spot. Likely can't see you. Turn your headlights on. If you don't have your headlights on, for sure I can't see you. It's going to clear up this way. Might be it for the rain today. Over here anyway. It looks pretty clear that way. Almost blue sky. Roads are dry-ish. Yeah, that's an epic rainstorm. That's a big rainstorm here in this part of British Columbia. That's a huge, huge storm. And they don't last very long. They only last for a few minutes. The storms move through quick, and I never have storms that last many, many hours. It just doesn't happen. See the sunshine poking up ahead on the hills ahead. So basically the mountain right in front of us here is probably going to be turned into a national park, which I'm a fan of, but I'm not a fan of. Like, I want to preserve the beauty, but now I can't quad those trails anymore. Rain stops and bugs splat right away. Yeah, if it becomes a national park, then you have to pay to go to Mount Cobo, and we like going to Mount Cobo. We really enjoy going up there, but Having to pay for it is definitely a downside, but and we can't quad to it anymore. We'd have to drive our vehicle right to the top and then hike. Someone killed a skunk. Holy. Oh. 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 I feel like the skunk's in here. Oh. They didn't just kill it, they fought with it for an hour first. Maybe the skunk won. Oof. Still stinks in here. Holy. I can taste the dang thing. What would fix that? Some ice cream. Huh.
So now I should put the lot in your head like this.
I think we're getting some ice cream in Osoyoos. I think that's a good idea. Why not? We can't make it there tonight to be unloaded anyway. We'll be unloaded first thing in the morning. Stop in Osoyoos, take a half-hour break, have some ice cream. Blizzard. There's only one option for me, isn't there? Mint Oreo Blizzard. I think that would go over really well. Every time I pick a different flavor, I'm just like, nah, just not as good as Mint Oreo. The rain has made some of the seals around the hood wet, and now the hood's squeaking. Great. It's really windy on this side. Yeah, really windy on this side. Storm's going to move down this way, or it's going the other way. Are we going against wind? I think we're going against wind. Looking at the trees, we're going against wind. Mirror heat back off. Marker lights are still on. They've been on for 2.5 hours. A fuse hasn't popped yet, so I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be one of those, they have to have the trailers there for a couple of days and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Or I just keep popping the breaker or the fuse until it actually burns out a wire, so that way once you've actually burnt out a wire, then you can actually find it. So Jess's new job will be to pop open the fuse box. The fuse box is on the passenger side. Like the dashboard is the fuse box on the passenger side. She can pop open the fuse box, hit the button, and close the fuse box.
Basically where you think an airbag.
Yeah, basically where you would think an airbag would be in your passenger car. There's no airbag there, it's just a fuse box. This rig does not have airbags. Why do big rigs not have airbags? Like seriously, why not? Why would we not have to have airbags in big rigs? Seems dumb. If we run full speed into the side of a cliff, it would be nice to have airbags to protect your head. And there's not a big splat. Get out of the rain. Sun over here right away feels warmer in here. I always find these mountains beautiful here. If the weather behaves, I think I would like to drive to Mount Kobo this weekend with quad. Okay, I see the blinker. They know how to use it way ahead of time. Maybe too far ahead of time. Brake lights are on. Do they have oncoming traffic? No, they don't. Cool. Thank you for using your blinker. Thank you. Some people still know what those are for. They must have topped off their blinker fluid today morning. Those blinkers work real well. Now we go through the roller coaster backwards. Starting with the small hills and work our way out to the bigger ones. I see that RV ahead of us. Oh boy, you guys are in for a wet ride. Oh, yay. Hopefully they got good rain gear. At least it's not cold out. I mean, it'll be cold, but when you're out of the rain, at least you can dry off and be warm. Up the next loop. Not really a loop, a hoop. Being empty, I can run down these a little bit quicker than normal because the jake brakes will hold me back a lot more. So down, climb the next one. Very windy out here. Quite gusty. Well, that's it for the Similkameen Valley. The U.S. border is just south of here. Everything we see south over here is in the US of A. Not this mountain right next to us here, but the mountain in front of us, that's definitely in the US of A. The border crossing is just a few kilometers down that road. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stormy sunny weather in the Similkameen Valley, Karamias. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Who knows what we're up to tomorrow?